In this particular video, we're going to be talking about one of the most important topics on emotional intelligence, which is vulnerability. What is vulnerability? Your ability to express yourself, be open with yourself as well as to others, even at the risk of getting hurt, is vulnerability. Now let's understand why we are not vulnerable. When it comes to vulnerability, why do we avoid that? And most of the people think it's not okay to be vulnerable. First, let's see some of the reasons why people are not willing to be vulnerable. They have a lot of fear. They have fear of expressing and putting out their opinions. They worry that people will get hurt if I express my emotions. People are not vulnerable because they have to go and access the deeper parts inside of them for them to express it to the outer world. People are not vulnerable because they might be perceived as weak. When I express my emotions, when I cry in front of people, when I show my anger to someone, I might consider it as weak. People are again not vulnerable because it triggers a lot of inadequacy inside of us. The feelings of not worthy, not capable, and all that get triggered when you are being vulnerable with yourself. And more importantly, people don't want to face the pain when they are open to themselves, and all the hurt and all the challenge that they have inside starts throwing open in front of them, which people are not willing to handle it. Now that we know some of the reasons why people are not vulnerable, let's look at some reasons why you should be vulnerable. What will happen if you become more open in expressing your emotions to people? The first thing that you're going to experience is a lot of freedom. Instead of packing all the things inside and not letting people know, if you just open yourself and share it to people, that is a great feeling to let yourself free out and express yourself. Another powerful thing that's going to happen to you when you're vulnerable, you will understand the extent to which you are hurt. Many a times we ourselves, since we're not willing to visit that part of us which is hurt, we don't know the extent to which that particular incident or that particular trauma has having a pain inside of us. But when you're being vulnerable and expressing it out to people, many a times when I have shared stories of mine, I was able to discover as I'm sharing how much the pain has been there deep inside of me. Vulnerability helps you to mend relationships. Instead of holding that inside of you and not talking about it and expressing your anger or pain that you have on the other person does not help you to make that relationship resolved. And always there is something that is causing pain and disturbance in the relationship. Being vulnerable again enhances your ability to love yourself. How many years we have been hiding ourselves from us? There are certain parts which we have not accepted to be part of us. There are certain parts which you're not willing to hold responsibility. By being vulnerable to yourself and also talking about it to people helps you to start loving yourself very deeply and completely. Being vulnerable helps you to release the emotional baggages that we have been accumulating for so many years. And more importantly, being vulnerable brings peace within you. My dear friends, always the number of pointers that supports being vulnerable is definitely higher than not being vulnerable. If you really want to live life and you want to experience life to its fullest, the only way to do so is being vulnerable with self and also showing that vulnerability to people around us. It doesn't matter what people think about you. It is their opinion of you. What really matters is your opinion about yourself. What really matters, are you open to your own emotions and feelings, and only by doing so you can expect other people to be open to their feelings and emotions towards you. My dear friends, it's okay to be where you are right now. It's okay for you to express yourself. It's okay for you to share your emotions, feelings the way you feel them. People will understand, and those who do will travel with you, and those who don't really don't matter. Take back power into your life. Choose vulnerability.